My friends say I should leave you, but I'll give you one more chance to correct yourself, she said. I replied, how generous. She didn't hear the warning in my voice. That night, while she went out with those same friends, I packed my bags. When she came home, ready to discuss my improvements, I was gone. All she found was a note on the counter. Decided not to take the chance. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe and hit like if you enjoy real-life stories about self-respect, boundaries, and walking away when it matters. The air in our apartment had felt thick for weeks, like the moment before a storm breaks. A heavy silence, constantly interrupted by the rapid tap-tap-tap of Chloe's thumbs on her phone. Then the sighs, always loud enough for me to hear. I knew the source. Her name was Mia, and she had a committee, the girls. Chloe finally put her phone down with a sharp clack against the coffee table. We need to talk. I marked my place in my book, slowly, deliberately. Okay. She didn't sit. She paced to the window, arms crossed, back turned, like this was a performance she'd rehearsed. I've been doing a lot of thinking, talking to people who really see me. I stayed silent. Silence is a canvas for people like this. She turned, wearing an expression that mixed pain with generosity. My friends, especially Mia, think I'm an idiot for staying with you. A cold thread slid through my gut. What do they see? I asked. You, she said flatly. The lack of fire, the complacency. Then came the comparisons. The promotion dinner where I brought flowers she'd said she loved. Mia's boyfriend rented a private chef's table on a Tuesday. The wedding where another man flirted with her and I didn't assert myself. Mia says it shows you lack a protective instinct. Each sentence wasn't hers. It was dictated. You're a cozy job, she continued, making air quotes. Stable, sure, but not ambitious. Mia's dating a guy starting his third startup. There's risk, energy. I nodded slowly. So what's the conclusion? I asked. She took a breath, the martyr preparing for sacrifice. They think I should leave you. 730 days, holding her while she cried over her father's death, building a quiet, stable life together, reduced to bullet points in a group chat called Chloe's Intervention. But I'm not like them, she said, meeting my eyes. I'm loyal. I believe in us, so I'm giving you one more chance. One more chance to do what? I asked. To correct yourself, to be the man I need, show ambition, grand gestures, prove my friends wrong. That's when it clicked. I wasn't her partner, I was a project. Her friends were the review board, and she was offering me a conditional extension. A slow smile touched my lips. How generous of you, I said. She blinked. That wasn't the response she'd planned for. I'm going out with Mia and the girls tonight. I need space. When I get back, we'll talk about how you're going to fix this. I nodded. Have fun. She grabbed the purse I'd saved 3 months to buy her and left. The silence she left behind wasn't heavy. It was clean. I sat for 5 minutes. Then I stood up. No anger, no panic, just clarity. I packed one duffel bag, clothes, laptop, charger, toothbrush. I left the framed photo of us on the kitchen counter. Then I wrote a note. No poetry, just truth. Chloe, decided not to take the chance. Goodbye. I didn't sign it. She'd know. I drove to my friend Jake's place and showed up at 10 p.m. He took one look at me and handed me a beer and said, "How long?" "Indefinitely." I told him everything. He laughed once and said, "That's the nuclear option of self-respect." That night, my phone lit up. Calls, texts, voicemails. I didn't answer. In the morning, I listened to one voicemail, her drunk voice, Mia laughing in the background. "We need to talk." I blocked her. Everywhere. What followed was predictable. New numbers, insults, accusations, then panic, then silence.
Then the truth trickled in through mutual friends. Chloe rebounded hard with Mia's recommendation. A flashy guy, big gestures, bigger ego. He was jealous, controlling, financially invasive, exactly what Mia called fire. Eventually, Mia herself complained about him, laughing about Chloe's unraveling like it was entertainment. Then came the calls. From Mia, from Chloe's mother, finally from Chloe herself. Sobbing. "He took my keys, my money. I made a mistake. I gave up the only good thing. Please, I'm scared." I waited for the instinct to rescue her. It didn't come. "That sounds very difficult," I said calmly. "I hope you figure it out." Then I hung up. Months passed. I moved into my own place, got promoted at my cozy job, built a quiet life that didn't require approval. Then one afternoon in a coffee shop, I saw her. She looked smaller, hollowed out. "You know what Mia did," she said. "I get it now." She asked if we could get coffee sometime, as friends. I thought about it. Then I said, no. Not cruelly, just finally. I walked past her and out into the sun. And for the first time, the air felt clean.
I didn't think about Chloe again for weeks. That surprised me. I expected guilt, doubt, some late-night questioning of whether I'd been too harsh. Instead, what settled in was something unfamiliar. Quiet. Not empty quiet, not lonely quiet, the kind that lets you hear your own thoughts without interference. My new apartment was small but intentional. No clutter, no compromises disguised as being supportive. Everything in it was chosen because I wanted it there. Even the silence felt earned. Then, one night, silence broke. Unknown number. I didn't answer. It rang again. And again. Finally, a text appeared. "Chloe, I know you blocked me. Please, just 5 minutes. I won't argue." 5 minutes. The currency of people who already spent years of your time without permission. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, not because I missed her, but because I recognized the pattern. This wasn't closure. This was negotiation. I didn't reply. The next morning, I found her sitting on the steps outside my building. Hair pulled back too tight, dark circles under her eyes. The confidence she used to wear like armor was gone, replaced with something brittle. She stood quickly when she saw me. "I waited," she said, as if patience itself were a gift. "I didn't invite you," I replied calmly. She nodded, swallowing. "I know. I just needed to see you, to apologize properly." I should have walked past her. Instead, I said, 5 minutes. Her shoulders relaxed immediately. That told me everything. We sat on opposite ends of the steps. She spoke first. "I didn't understand what I had," she said. "I was listening to the wrong people. Mia." I raised a hand. "Don't blame Mia. She didn't owe me loyalty. You did." That landed harder than she expected. She blinked rapidly. I was scared. Everyone around me was moving fast, big careers, flashy lives. They made me feel like I was settling. "And you thought making me compete would fix that?" She nodded slowly. "I needed to feel chosen," she whispered. I exhaled. "I chose you every day. You just wanted me to perform it." Silence stretched. Then she said it, the line she'd rehearsed. "I've changed." I smiled, not unkindly. "That's good," I said. "You needed to. Just not for me." Her breath hitched. "So, that's it?" "Yes." "No rebuilding? No proving? No one more chance?" There it was again. I stood. "Chloe, when someone offers you one more chance, what they're really saying is, convince me you're worth staying for. And I'm not auditioning for my own life." She looked up at me like I'd taken something from her. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "I know. That's the part that took me the longest to understand." I walked away. And this time, she didn't follow.
Life has a strange way of testing boundaries after you finally set them. A month later, I ran into Mia. Same coffee shop, same loud laugh, same sense of entitlement to space. She recognized me instantly. "Well," she smirked, "looks like you landed on your feet." "I didn't fall," I replied. She laughed like it was a joke, then leaned closer. "You know Chloe still talks about you. You really messed her up." "No," I said calmly. "She messed herself up. I just stopped cushioning the fall." Mia tilted her head. "You could have fought harder." "For what?" I asked. "To be approved by a committee?" Her smile faded. "That's what relationships are. Compromise." "No," I replied. "That's a focus group." I left before she could respond. The real turning point came quietly. No drama, no confrontation, just an email. Subject line: job offer, senior role. The promotion came with a salary bump, a corner office, and something even more valuable: confirmation that stability wasn't stagnation, that consistency wasn't weakness, that the life I was building wasn't small, it was intentional. That night, I celebrated alone. Not out of loneliness, but out of respect for the moment. I poured a drink, stood by the window, and realized something important. No one had to witness my growth for it to be real. 6 months later, I ran into Mia one last time. She was with someone new, quieter, less flashy, nervous in the way people get when they're trying not to repeat mistakes. She noticed me, hesitated, then nodded. I nodded back. Nothing more. No regret, no resentment, just acknowledgement. And that was enough. Here's what leaving taught me. People who love you don't ask you to prove your worth. They don't crowdsource your value. They don't hand you ultimatums disguised as generosity. The moment someone frames love as a test, the relationship is already over. Walking away isn't losing. Sometimes it's the first time you finally choose yourself.